Well, there has been a clarification itself coming from the superstar Shah Rukh Khan. Now, to understand the context was recently a picture when Shah Rukh Khan was in Qatar at a public event. And over there, his pictures came out where he met with many of the top notch leaders of Qatar as well as the Sheikh. And that this was the same time when the 7 or 8 Indian naval officers were released. And that was a huge thumbs up for India's back channel talks as well as diplomacy, and some within the social media started the speculation, and it went viral that Shah Rukh Khan perhaps was one who was responsible for ensuring the release of these naval officers. But the real story and the backstory behind it was the fact that the kind of diplomatic overtures which were being made, spearheaded by the Prime Minister himself, where the Prime Minister insisted that these naval officers were innocent. There was no kind of a spying or snooping or breaking of laws were taking place, and therefore they should be released. And as a result of which, at the Qatar court, there was a release which was ordered, and it was seen as a huge euphoric moment just before the Prime Minister is supposed to visit Qatar as well as UAE. Now, what Shah Rukh Khan's statement, which has been released by his manager and his team, has been making the point that you cannot, these kind of speculations are absolutely incorrect. He, the superstar, had no role to play as far as his diplomatic and back channel talks are concerned. And in fact, in the detailed statement, it says that, this kind of work or responsibility remains with the statesman. It's a part of statecraft and diplomacy. And it would be incorrect to say that Shah Rukh Khan is responsible for the release of the naval officers. He gave a complete credit to the Indian government, to the Prime Minister, and also made the point that as an Indian, he certainly is very happy that these naval officers were released. With this, it brings a closure to the speculation, many of which went viral on the social media timeline, and some of them had begun to, especially the critics, had begun to question the role of the Prime Minister, and also said that why should the credit be given to him, that there were other people who perhaps were responsible for the release of the naval officers. That the release also comes in after a lot of heartburn and tension to their families, and many in India were concerned. In fact, it became a political issue which was often raised inside the parliament as well, and potshots were taken at the Prime Minister. It is, of course, a big diplomatic victory. But now, with the country's one of the biggest superstars, Shah Rukh Khan, also endorsing it and giving the complete responsibility and a thumbs up to the government, just puts a closure on this kind of a speculation which went viral on the social media timeline, which said that it was Shah Rukh Khan's very good connections. He does have it actually in Dubai, in UAE, and he's extremely popular there as a film star, and therefore it is incorrect. His office made it very clear, it was released on his behalf, that it is wrong to give him credit. It is actually the hard work which was done by India's diplomacy as well as the Prime Minister himself. And I'm very happy as an Indian citizen that these naval officers have been released. So that brings a closure to that huge speculation and what went viral on the various social media timeline.